So I'm excited because today we get to kind of geek out a little bit, get into some technical stuff on a real estate sale. So I have a question for you for someone who's serious about selling their house. The market's heating up again. We're starting to see multiple offers again. So how does a seller decide if they get 4 offers on their house in the first weekend? What are they looking at? What kind of information do they need to make a decision?
Oh, it's not more than just the price. In fact, I just did one this past week, and we had 12 offers, and the seller's like,
12
what
offers.
12? We had 12 offers, and only 2 of them were low, but they were investors. All the rest were buyers, and they were all at asking price and higher on this one. And it's just a basic home. But here's the thing. So he's like, well, what do I do? Because someone would have a really crazy high price. But if you look at all sorts of things, like you start with the financing. Okay, are they getting does their pre-qualification letter from the lender, does it justify that price? And they have to show their proof of funds. Can they afford it? Can they afford it if the appraisal were to come in low for any reason? Because you never know if the appraiser's having a bad day.
Yeah.
And then
or if they just offered over, what it would appraise for. What do you do with that gap?
Right. So you have to look at their proof of funds, make sure the name on there matches the buyer's name.
That's a good idea.
We had one that didn't. Yeah, that can happen. And the same thing with the pre-approval letter, because it says pre-approving, Joe and Mary, but it's Sue and Kevin who are buying, like, what's going on. So you have to check those, make sure it's current, not from like 1981 or something like that. So you make sure they have enough money. So you have to see if they can cover a gap between the appraised price and the offer price.
They offer $800, it appraises for $780. They have to just come in with $20,000 cash to cover that spread.
Yeah, but that's not automatic. That would have to be on a counter offer. And you have to make sure they want to do that. If they don't want to do that, you might want to look at a different offer. But you're going to judge them. You're going to be looking at the financing, the kind of financing, which is too much to go into all of that right now. How bad do they want the house? Is this a third-party investor, like a wholesaler? They want to buy it and then sell it to someone else while it's still in escrow with yours, but they can back out any time. Does their mother live next door and they really want to be next to mom? That's probably a more motivated
are they?
buyer.
Okay.
What you want is the highest buyer who will stay in escrow and close escrow. That's the whole thing.